a quick test with you.
Yes.
Just a sound test.
Yeah.
Can I get you to mute your computer? Yeah. And can you give me the first line
Check.
or two of your
Yeah, welcome to the brand experience talk.
one more time for me?
Yes, welcome to the brand experience talk.
That's good.
Yeah?
Thank you.
Cool. But it's actually really weird that I cannot enter before.
Maybe I've switched it back to December. Maybe that changes something.
Ah,
Do you want to try again?
yes. Yes, now
It
it's
was on YouTube before. Maybe.
now it's working. Now I can screen
cool.
share. Perfect.
Aha.
And then I can go to slide share.
We
And,
might be able
I
to
mean,
test the video actually.
I don't see the thing, so I won't be looking into this, but just go through.
Oh, you don't see it while you're.
No.
Oh, okay. But the audience sees, I guess. So.
Exactly.
Share your screen, please. Okay. Can I? Maybe we could try out the video here as well, really quick. If there's a maybe down, camera on, maybe the setting. Oh, content library.
No, this is where I can upload my
okay.
upload my presentation, but then it looks like a word art thingy.
Okay.
And I only have like this and a whiteboard. So if I would not have like a Google Doc, then I would need to upload it here as a PDF. And this is whiteboard, so I only have like, I mean, this is automatically, and here's the recording which I need to press.
Can I try something just very quickly?
Yeah.
How much time do we have?
I mean, we still have some time. So
Just
10 minutes.
Only very briefly.
Yeah, so this is where I actually need to upload my PDF. I did it this morning and then I deleted it again because I could share. It's only if I want to share something. It's not like a media setup. Ah, at your YouTube. Oh, no, but it's if I want to share something.
Yeah. That's what's confusing. I asked how we could share a presentation
No,
and a YouTube video at the same time, but it looks
exactly,
like you can
so
only do one at a time, right?
Exactly. So, I mean, I could add, if I would have, instead of a Google Doc, I would have a video that I would like to present, then I would go here. But it's not like,
that's not
it's not streaming.
That's
no.
not changing your actual video stream.
No.
Okay.
But this is definitely what I tested this morning because I was thinking about like showing some videos, but...
So this is the, without name, and that's what he suggested. But it sounds like you're not going to be able to present and do that at the same time.
No.
Okay.
This is like, this would be the alternative if I would not have a screen share.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I have it, so...
Yeah. Okay.
But it's not...
Good to know.
But it's then not like, I don't know why they suggested this, or maybe they didn't get what we actually need, but...
He did. His English was like perfect, and I just said, yeah, we need the presentation and the video at the same time, but yeah. Okay. All good.
Sorry.
No, it's just confusing. It's a bit of a confusing platform. Would it be possible to get you to shuffle over just a little bit to your right? Yeah. A little bit to your left now, like a mini bit. There's perfect. Yeah, great. And I think most of the time, of course, you'll be speaking to the webcam. If you feel like you're able to and you have the headspace, if you can occasionally look up and look at the camera as well. But I know it's presentation, your mind is not on cameras and stuff. So.
I try. It's just like, it's not about the presentation, but I see the other people there and then I look to the other people. But
I understand, yeah.
I try.
Just if you remember, otherwise, yeah, don't worry.
We still have a bit of time, yeah. 15 minutes.
Hey, I just got your message, so even that doesn't work.
So the problem before was we had it set to YouTube, that's why you couldn't enter the session. So we put it back to Xambar, which means you can go into the session and have a look. The issue is that there's like a web app side, like right side is video feed, left side is app feed.
But it didn't allow a YouTube link?
Well, it does, but like the app feed is currently taken up by the presentation. Like that's the left hand side of the screen. What you'd be doing is having like a YouTube live stream and the webcam feed at the same time. That's not what you want.
So basically it would be beneficial if I would have like a video of my presentation slides on YouTube, and then I could like stream it from the platform via YouTube and still be in Xambar. But now I share my screen and have my presentation there, so then it doesn't allow YouTube to take over. But but we are good. Like everything looks fine.
I'm really sorry. Like we're trying everything we can.
But it's not like the important thing is that we get also feedback from you, like how it went with the platform, because we know like it was a technical issue from what I heard also 2 years ago, and it's like a platform issue. And I mean they had a bug today as well, but also the thing with the numbers. So I mean this is not on you. I mean we are feeling sorry because we brought the whole setup and it's actually like. We cannot do anything with it.
Well, we're
it's
recording at least, but yeah.
Yeah, it's great. But
Ricardo told me that the people at remote forgot to record themselves.
I mean, you record, right? So
I'll be recording.
I don't have to, but I can also like do it. So to have it double.
Yeah.
Do
it twice.
It's just that.
I think, to be honest, like. If we had like all the equipment, you know, all the time, and we were like an internal team to Dr. Smile, we could have tried it like 3 days ago, and maybe, but yeah.
Even then, like I mean, I have the feeling that the platform is really difficult, and so. It's like we are happy that you're here, and actually it's working.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I remember when we started to talk about it. I think it was, I can't remember if it was you or Ricardo, but someone said like, you know what, they improved the platform, it's gonna be better than
Yeah, exactly.
It's actually exactly the same, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just that they, I think, changed the colors.
I don't know.
Yeah, but no, it's like, yeah, I think it's a learning, and maybe we should look into a different kind of platform for the next time, or like see if
But we can debrief that.
Yeah, that would
in
be
a few
great.
days, and I can like tell you.
Exactly.
how-
Yeah. We are more feeling sorry for you that actually like you brought all the equipment and it's not. But at least I mean, without you, we wouldn't have like come to any point to start. So everything is great.
Okay.
No worries.
Okay.
It looks good. I mean, the setup looks nice.
Yeah.
It's kind of unfortunate, but like, yeah, it looks nice. Like,
So if you think about it, maybe sometimes look a bit also at the camera.
Yeah.
So if we do like a highlights video, even
Mhm.
if it's just a few clips, without the audio, we can get a feeling that it was live and it was filmed with like
Yeah.
nice cameras.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
I
all
was
I
just
can-
saying.
that's
So
all I can, like,
the thing is, like, I'm trying because like I can see the people, and it's like a video call I have
Yeah.
usually, and then I need to remind myself that I can also look like into the camera. But let's see.
You could even like before or after your talk, like maybe before, record just 2 minutes of like key messages that you think are important, and pretend you're in the
Yeah.
and we just record it for 2 minutes.
like a test run. Like we pretend to do it for real for the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, and you just like talk to the camera. We record it so we can maybe use it in the highlights video if you want to, like before your actual talk.
Oh shit! Did I go out? Oh no, I'm in. I had the second stream in as well. Okay, sorry. This is why I was listening to the music all the time. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Alright, I'll be.
How do you feel? Do you want to do a test the first 2 minutes as a practice run, or it's entirely up to
By
you?
the way, do you need my headphones?
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
grab them actually. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, we can do it in a
They're
bit.
yours.
Yeah, but they're broken actually. So
That's fine. Okay.
just a second.
No worries.
Okay.
Do you want to try and just do 2 minutes or
Uh,
even a minute? Just a quick
im-
practice run.
Okay, maybe 30
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah.
No, but yeah. Shall I just do the welcome quote or?
I think just the opening, like we just do a quick dry run of the opening quote.
Okay.
30 seconds would be great. And we'll
Perfect.
start rolling in 3, 2, 1.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the talk on building brand experiences. I'm Yvonne, I'm head of brand and content at Dr. Smile, and would like to show you how to come from brand building to actually building brand experiences. That was a bit,
I think it was good. Do you want to just go from the start?
yeah,
One
yeah,
more time?
perfect. So, yeah, hi everyone. Welcome to the talk on building brand experiences, and actually we would focus on building a brand, but also coming from building a brand to building brand experiences.
And then maybe something like, right, let's get into the talk.
Okay, cool. So yeah, welcome everyone. I'm Yvonne. I'm head of brand and content working at Dr. Smile, and I'm happy to share my presentation with you on building brand experiences. And yeah, let's get started.
Very nice. Great. I've stopped recording. That was lovely. Yeah.
Okay, so
Thank you for that.
it's a bit weird. I really don't like cameras, and but yeah, I think everyone.
Honestly, there's very few people who do like cameras, so don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. I will probably start recording, I mean, at 7:44.
Yes, perfect.
And don't worry about me, just feel free to present. If you do remember to look up to the camera, that'd be great, but
Okay, cool.
I understand it's not that cool.
Yeah, I think I need to start like right or like I don't have the time to wait for 3-4 minutes for people to attend, because like Danis is right behind my talk, and as said before, like this is very important, so I try to start on the point and then try to finish earlier.
Yeah. I'm not sure what you see. Maybe you see some people coming in and you see some like comments.
Yeah, like 1 or 2 minutes I would wait, but then
Cool.
yeah.
I will. If you let me know just a second before you're live, that would be great, and I'll press record.
Okay, cool.
But other than that, you don't need to worry about what I'm doing. You're all good.
Okay, cool. But am I actually live? Oh no, I can press go live. I'm not right at all, right? I'm not live at all, right?
I do not think so yet. I'm not sure, but I think that's how it works.
Should I go live?
It's 42. Up to you.
No, I'm not.
No, okay.
I'm waiting. I'm just like, yeah, I mean, I share my presentation and everyone should see it right away. Huh. It will work out, otherwise.
You can ask the room as well, I guess. Like, if they can see.
Let me check. Back on Slack. Hmm.
Do you need any water?
No, thanks. I'm good. Okay, so I don't reach anyone. I would go live just
Okay.
right now.
Press
But-
record. We're recording.
Ha. So So hi everyone. I would wait for 1 more minute, giving people the chance to join. So, perfect. Then I would say let's get started. Thanks for attending and welcome to the presentation on building brand and actually building brand experiences. I'm Yvonne, I'm head of brand and content at Dr. Smile and happy to guide you through the world of brand experiences. And starting maybe with a little overview. So we would first touch on the topic on what is brand actually, then having a little deep dive in brand experiences and actually looking at the impact that brand experiences will have. So when we start, basically, then let's start at the beginning. What is brand? And there's a nice picture, maybe you have seen it before, that actually says branding is everything. And as you can see, here's exactly the same product, but with a different price. And I think everyone can actually see what kind of brand it is. But how do we come from this product to actually a branded product that is valuable and worth the price? Basically, we need to build a brand. So what does it mean? Basically, we have to think about the purpose that the brand should actually have. So basically, the purpose would be to create a unique and memorable identity to basically differentiate on the market, differentiate from the competitors, and actually give the customers a thing that they can relate to and build a strong relationship. So brand is basically the combination of a name, logo and design and messaging, you would say. So as you could see on the cup of coffee, it's just a logo, but it actually is so much more. So a strong brand has the ability to create a positive image and an emotional connection. And it can, of course, influence the purchase. As you could see before, like there's a differentiation in price just because of a logo. And it has basically also the ability to build trust across the customers. So is it really just a logo? And what is behind it? So how could we actually build a brand like this? Because it's more than just a logo. So first of all, if you would build a brand, then you should define what the brand stands for. And what the brand stands for is actually coming out of your product, coming out of your company, and actually coming out of the values the brand should really transport. And therefore, it's also a big part of the brand personality. So that would be the first thing to define. But then it would be also like crucial to understand how or who your customers are and that what they value. So coming from the brand values that you have in mind to actually what the customers value and how they actually communicate. So basically, when you know like all those insights, then the next step would be to define your branding goals, the target audience. So dig deeper into actually the data you have, dig deeper into the segments you created, and actually also think about the marketing channels you would reach your target audience. And then afterwards, like creating a messaging in the tone of voice that the customers speak, and have it like across all channels spread, and have your brand personality reflected in the messaging and through your brand on all the touch points you have. So as stated here in the next point, establish the touch points basically where your customers will see the brand and the brand communication, and also like track this and recheck if this is still the environment where your customers are resonating to. And this is basically the last point. You always have to track, to iterate, and to grow the brand according to the needs of your customers and audience. Coming back to the example from the beginning, so the Starbucks brand. Here is a little extract out of the brand book. So basically, they came up with a brand manifesto. They came up with the logo, and also like have a baseline set for their brand communication. They have a market segmentation and could see like where their actual customers are coming from and what kind of customers they would like to reach. And they have the touch points. They have a communication across all the touch points they define for them. And you can see there is a certain consistency that they were up to and that they actually spread via all their channels. But is the branding really completed here? So, as staged in the beginning, branding is everything. Do you think like this is still the only thing that actually makes customer buy the same product for a higher price just to put a logo on and just to have a positioning in line? So the power of branding, yes, of course, we build a brand with all the before mentioned points, but actually what's really more important is to create an experience. And for Starbucks, this meant as a first step to have like a brand feeling at the point of retail that is like consistent through all the countries, through all the cities, and have a product that is similar to like if you buy it in Italy or if you buy it in the UK, like the experience will always be the same. And this is quite strong, but this is like also like a big challenge for brands to basically consider all their touch points and be consistent through all their touch points. So we come to the next topic here, the brand experience. And actually, what does the term brand experience mean to you is a question that was asked in a study and asked to a lot of like brand experts across all the industries. And you can see that basically there are a lot of buzzwords floating around from market to consumer to product to ways of use. And basically this already sums a bit up what brand experience actually is or how consumers perceive it. It's not only the brand that is experienced, but it's the customer experience in general. So brand experience is a part of the overall customer experience. So building a brand actually has the task to look further, to go beyond just building a consistent communication. It really needs to dive deeper into the customer journey and actually needs to harmonize with the whole customer experience. So integrating brand experience and customer experience is basically the new normal. So having an experience that harmonizes with the customer journey is actually the way to go. So to give you a little example from Dr. Smile, so here you can see the Dr. Smile core customer journey. Of course, this is a rough overview, but you can basically see the different steps of the treatment, of the customer journey, from booking over receiving the treatment plan and the product, starting the treatment until the end, the retention and the final result. When it comes to the core customer touch points, you can basically see what kind of touch points are involved across the customer journey. So basically from social media, the website and the booking landing page, you also have the definite touch points within the partner practices. You have CRM supporting the whole customer journey, as well as touch points with sales, with pre-sales. The touch point of the product is also very important. Being in the app, having the customer portal like as another way to reach the customer or be present. And this is across like basically the whole customer journey. So what does brand actually play for a role within these touch points and along the customer journey? Actually, brand plays a role like through all the touch points, but also in the pre-booking phase to basically get customers and potential customers aware to start a journey with Dr. Smile. Then of course, within the whole booking within the whole treatment phase, and also after the treatment, to really think about like how happy customers can actually be still brought together with the brand, and think about the retention options here. So basically, we have a lot of Dr. Smile moments along the whole journey, and there's of course like the biggest moment when the customer sees the final result and has finished his or her treatment. But of course, you can create moments in between, so midterm successes, but also like being able to guide the customer along the journey with educational facts, with things that the customer actually values and that make the whole journey a bit more like an experience that is individualized and like from the beginning to the end. So basically pure excitement. And if you bring this together with the core benefits of Dr. Smile, just as a little overview, so from the touch points that we are having, considering the moments and thinking about the core benefits we have, like you basically can see the rational side, so basically the expertise that is behind all the touch points and along the journey, focusing on the treatment, but also the smile, the emotional part. And this is like really crucial to bring this together to create an experience that is actually memorable and that the customer will value. Speaking of value and values, so we try to basically differentiate us from competitors through the strong values that we are having. The core values would be like empowering, transparency and trustworthiness. So basically empowering the customer like through the actual treatment, but also creating an empowering emotional tone of voice and messaging around all the touch points that we are basically supplying, but also transparency within the whole communication and along the way, and also before the actually journey starts, to basically inform the customers, have an educational part in here, to then create also the trustworthiness. So together with the expertise that is behind the whole treatment, we can basically then transport also our core values through the brand communication. And this leads to the brand role. So basically the customer should see Dr. Smile as the personal solution for an easy, professional and efficient teeth alignment that sparks enthusiasm for a confident smile and the lifestyle that comes with it. So you can see here like the professionalism, but also the empowerment side. And this is basically brought together within the whole brand foundation, where actually we are leading from the brand purpose that I was speaking of in the beginning, over the brand role that we just saw, to a brand personality. So what does it mean that we are talking and be open and educative along all the journey within our communication, still being cheerful and empowering, because we have this lifestyle aspect like in all the points as well, but most importantly to be professional and guiding and supportive. And this should be felt by the customer across all the touch points. And this basically builds also the tone of voice, so being inclusive and transparent, straightforward and innovative, trustful and clear. So to sum it up here, bringing the customer experience and the brand experience together is beneficial for everything, for every touch point, for every customer. And you have three main words here that are actually most important, that stand for, on the one hand, for the customer experience, like throughout the treatment, so the education that is brought to the customer by basically the experts that they see at the consulting, like, and throughout the journey, the personalization, basically of their own product, because every journey with Dr. Smile is individual, and the transformation. So having the journey, seeing the result, and also afterwards being proud of this result. And those three things can be seen in the customer throughout the customer experience and in the customer journey, but are also really, really crucial for the brand experience, because the brand needs to educate throughout every touch point. It has a personal, it addresses the customer's personal in the communication, for example, through CRM, but also on other touch points. The channel preferences are playing a big role here. And then the transformation. So coming basically from the results and from the journey the customer had to an ambassadorship that can be shared then through all the channels, and that customers basically see other customers that already finished their journey. So another topic would be to infuse into this whole customer and brand experience, to consider also the local needs. Dr. Smile is a global brand, and it's crucial to have a consistent brand look and feel, but of course there are local needs and different kind of market needs that needs to be understood, and that needs to be infused in the overall brand experience. So to basically build this, it's crucial to understand the cultural, economical and social needs of the target audience, localized target audience, and to identify potential challenges and opportunities to create a brand that basically resonates with each and every customer and potential customer. So it's therefore needed to adapt the branding and messaging, not having the overall brand look and feel out of sight, but still focusing a bit more on the local needs here, be it more educational or be it just in the wording. This is basically important to reach everyone, like globally, on the local playgrounds. And then, of course, also seek partners who actually share the values on the local markets. For example, influencers is, I think, the easiest example to actually talk about partnerships here, to transport the brand experience and the brand message and educate about all the treatment. So basically, bringing customer experience and brand experience together, you can see here a little overview what kind of touch points, localized content and experience we basically have. So from medical education, video formats on YouTube, to actually the in-practice communication and flyers, but of course also in the middle of all the customer portal that is basically also the starting point for the customer experience. Coming then to the last point, so basically what is it actually? It is just a great experience, and it's not only a logo on a paper cup, but it's really everything that is behind the product and everything that is actually also around the product. So when you focus on brand experience and not only on building a brand guideline, that means that this leads to trust, because the customer feels heard, and having trust and brand trust leads then to a substantial business return. So basically you just gain happy customers, you speak to the customers, they feel heard, I just said it, and basically you can also track it like via the NPS score, for example. You have a stronger brand, so stronger brand stands out in the competition and differentiate each other. You have financial gains, so basically you can see increased sales revenue and from the brand experience efforts that you're doing, and an increased lead generation. So efforts to lead to better targeted campaigns and improved conversion rates overall. And this is basically like a little overview. So when there is a maturity in brand experience and really focusing on the whole journey, and infusing the brand into the whole journey, then here you have it as a graphic, as I just said, like also have a return on investment here and improve the customer satisfaction and happiness. So basically this is it from my side, and yes, I hope you enjoyed the little trip into the brand experience world, and if there are any questions, I'm happy to answer them. So we still have a few minutes, but so basically social media, so thanks first of all for the questions, Maria. So basically social media is an important tool to basically listen. I mean, it should not be overrated, because social media is also, depending on which channel, basically a tool where you need to really see if this is like a comment that is really to the product, or if it's really like just a trend. But in general, like it's really important, and also we track a lot of social media or have a strong community management to actually read and listen to the customers if they have certain issues, like with the treatment, if there is an occurring or an often occurring topic that comes every day, so that we need to look into, and we definitely track this and also put it into the internal communication to improve the processes. So social media is one tool, but it's a good tool to also get the trends and basically improve the processes and improve the communication. There's another question. Do you advise how to be a brand ambassador? If I get it right, so basically sharing the experiences and having or acting as an ambassador and testimonial is actually a thing that we are using with our customers, and actually use it as a good tool to have the experiences reflected like from the customers themselves, and this is basically sorry, I just see that the questions are popping up. So basically to advise, it should be like focused on the whole experiences, and also like being basically focusing on the customer needs, and then answering the question within, for example, the video you are producing, or basically the statement you are using to build trust across your customers. The marketing material you can use as a partner. So basically we have a lot of in-practice material that we can supply, so a different kind of options, and happy to answer this in detail, because unfortunately, like, I need to leave the room and leave the stage to the next speaker, but of course you can always or also contact me directly, so that I can also get in detail back to you on the questions you're having. So thanks a lot for attending, and enjoy the next sessions. Basically, in the speaker area, you should see my email address, so you can contact me directly. If you go to the speaker icon, then you should see all the contact details. Happy to get back to you, and now have fun with the next sessions. Thank you. Oh, that was bad. No, this was like actually not what I wanted to say at all. No, like I haven't had answers to the questions at all, but it's fine. Weren't so many people right? Only 12?
7.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, well done.
Hey. Yeah.
Just the microphone.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Alright. It's always tempting, but... Hi, I'm Greg, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Amlan.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Do you have like a stand like in the other room? I guess I'm very small.
Willst du so einen kleinen, du kannst einen kleinen machen, den Schreibtisch? Aber ich kann ja auch noch so ein, willst du so ein Kippding haben?
Do you need the table a bit lower?
No, higher actually because I
Oh, the
was so
table higher?
small.
Yeah.
Um,
You can just...
maybe just like this.
I can let you do it here. It's just this.
Yeah, right.
Can I also pop a microphone on you very quickly?
Yeah.
Cool. So probably the best place is on your jacket. Let me just see. That'll work. Okay. If you try popping it on there
Yeah.
for me.
Just here.
Yeah, maybe a little bit higher up.
Bit higher?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
And
And
what we're
then
going to do
then
is try and hide this cable. So do you,
I
have a,
think.
do you have a back pocket?
Mm,
Well, this has a
no.
clip. It's a
Yeah,
little
yeah, I
bit
think you,
stiff, but
maybe-
can
Yeah, I
Das ist schön, oder?
pop it back there. There you go.
check.
If you pop it right at the back of your hands here.
Like this.
Yeah. And can you pull out your jacket for me, just very quickly? And I'm just gonna and pop it back over for me. Oh, sorry. Just gonna tidy it up a little bit, just so we don't see the cable there.
Okay.
Cool. Let's see. There we go. That looks nice. I'll pop it back over for me.
Mhm.
Okay, we'll just need to bring it up. One
Okay.
second. Yep. A little bit
Okay.
higher for me.
Bit higher.
Perfect. Lovely.
So ein.
Perfekt. Ich probiere es mal.
Ich denke, ich soll mal die Kamera stellen.
Ich denke, das ist
Nee,
okay.
dann ist ganz gut.
Nee, ich glaube, das
Ja?
ist super. Dankeschön. Danke.
I don't know if you're aware, we're also going to be filming on the camera.
Yes.
So if you could occasionally look up and acknowledge the camera, that would be great.
Okay.
I know it's difficult doing the two things at once, but that would be wonderful.
Okay.
And I'm just going to do one thing here, just to make this nice and symmetrical. I'm just going to do that, if that's okay.
Okay.
Cool. And if it's okay with you, we have 1 minute. Do you think we could get 30 seconds as a test run?
Okay.
So just the intro, if that's possible.
Yeah.
I'm going to start now, and if you talk to this camera.
Okay. Hello and welcome to today's evening session about best practices at Dr. Smile. I hope you had an enjoyable event so far and got to know a lot of things that you might not have known before. Let's start with best practices.
Wonderful. I'll cut there.
Okay.
Perfect. Really cool. So before you put your room live, if you could let me know, I'll start rolling, and then
Yeah.
you're ready.
I guess the last time I just went there, and if the time is up, so it's then it's automatically live. It was.
Okay. I think is there a button?
Yeah, usually yes. But for example, now it says already it's live. I'm not sure if someone else pushed it, but we are live now. I'm going in.
Okay. Ready.
In the partner stage, and we
Oh.
will be live with Lan in
I heard Ricarda from the lobby. So, yeah. Let me. So I see that the room is filling up a bit. So maybe it takes a moment until everyone has switched the room and has come. But maybe let's start. So hello and good evening. Welcome to the last session today. It's about best practices at Dr. Smile. Hello again to those who have been in the research session before. So now you will get a bit more insights into what we do at Dr. Smile and what you maybe can use in your daily work and your daily practice that maybe would help you to improve the level of treatment care. So let me share my screen so you can see a bit of pictures and so that you can follow me better. So I'm Dr. Lan, I'm Chief Medical Officer at Dr. Smile, and let's go into the topic of best practices. So a smile has always been a universal means of showing acceptance, friendship and welcome. And creating and maintaining a beautiful smile has always been an integral part in everyday dental practice. But it has never been as easy as it is now, thanks to state-of-the-art dentistry. Modern tools and technologies have been revolutionizing the way how we provide restorative and cosmetic dentistry. From 3D intraoral scanning to 3D printing to multi-layer aligner material. You might have been in a session about aligner material, so there's a lot that is going on that side. You have computer-assisted design, computer-assisted manufacturing, fully digitized end-to-end workflows, so a lot of things at hand to provide your patients with all that is needed for them to have the best possible experience. And the future of dentistry is bright. We know that there's so much that is there in the world of dentistry. Dentistry has been evolving by leaps and bounds over the past decades until the present day, and it has never been better than now. And knowing that all the technologies such as artificial intelligence, the AI-based technologies, augmented reality training, predictive models, everything like this will make its way into the daily dental practice. Now is the time to really think about how you can use that in your daily work and how you can leverage all of these new things, all of the future to come to improve the level of patient care that you are conducting. And as dentistry is evolving, also the patients are evolving. You know, patients are now health consumers. And with the health consumers, there are trends and also expectations. So clear aligners, for example, as an example, has become the normal choice for discrete orthodontics. In the past, clear aligners or orthodontics at all, overall, was limited to children and teenagers. But now more and more adults are aware that there's an option to do orthodontics also when they are older, and this is something that they really want to do. And why is that the case? It's because with the improved technology, patients are also much more informed, and we also at Dr. Smile are playing a role in informing the patients about what is possible, what improved technology is on the market, and they are now much better informed about the latest developments in dentistry. And with that also comes the rise of aesthetic dentistry. So more and more patients are valuing the appearance of their teeth. And we know that also the oral health of patients are now getting better. So we have less problems with decay and periodontitis than we had maybe 20 years ago. So patients are having their own teeth much longer, maybe lifelong, and they are opting for treatments that enhance the look and the feel of their smiles. It's not only about having healthy teeth anymore, but also white and straight teeth. So these are the trends that we have. And with these trends, of course, there are also a lot of expectations. So patients are expecting a lot about quality services and treatments, transparency, a much better patient-centered approach and accessible and affordable healthcare. Consumers now expect from their healthcare providers, from their dentists, from their orthodontists, that they provide quality services that are evidence-based, backed by research, and really delivered with a lot of expertise coming from the qualified professionals. And they want their treatment to be much more transparent than it was in the past. For example, Dr. Smile, a patient, knows about the exact cost of the treatment, the exact or promised or planned treatment outcome right before they even start the treatment. So it's much more transparent, and the patient wants to know the outcomes that were achieved by other patients in a similar situation, so that they can prepare for what they need to expect. And then the desire patient-centered approach. This approach should also partially, because now everyone has a smartphone, be independent of location and time. They want everyone to be really accessible all the time. They want to understand and recognize the treatment outcomes. They have questions around diagnosis, their treatment. They really want to be much better informed to make really informed consent. So they really want to be educated much better on their treatment. And of course, healthcare should be accessible and affordable. So health consumers expect to have access to healthcare that is appropriate and affordable, no matter what their background is or their location. So even if they live in a village, they want to have the possibility to do a treatment. So accessibility and affordability is something that is very much expected by the patients. And with that, maybe a bit away from aligner treatment, but in general, health consumers want to understand their body and their treatments much better. For example, some of you might already have it, digital health wearables. So they are designed to help people track their biometric data, their lifestyle habits, everything in order to improve overall wellness. So well-being, mental health is something that is really important in the recent years, and this is something that patients really want. So starting from monitor the physical activity, how many steps are you doing in one day? So what is your current weight? What is your weight development? You even can apply like glucose tracker to really track your blood sugar level all the time, your calorie intake. You see how your body reacts to certain food. You understand your stress levels, your heart rate all the time. So, and even sleep patterns. Even if you are not present, you want to understand, okay, how am I doing? So with all the data over time, of course, patients really want to, if they do a treatment, especially also if they do a aligner treatment, they want to know how their treatment is progressing, and this is data that we can deliver. We see that more than 85% of people suffer from any kind of malocclusion, so less than 15% of people worldwide have ideally aligned teeth. But even if the aligner trend is now increasing a lot, only 1% of them really receive a treatment per year. So this is something that we definitely need to improve. We need to educate the patients to make them understand what is possible, so they can really do what their heart desires. And because we are in so many countries, we're operating in very many countries, we have country specifics, we have comparison across the countries, and of course we want to know what are the reasons to do a treatment. And the motives for starting an aligner treatment is relatively similar across all the countries. So from feeling better about themselves, really smiling more openly, feel more beautiful, be more self-confident, improving their bite. there is a lot of similarities across the countries, and in all countries, better oral hygiene, so less tartar, for example, is also frequently mentioned as an additional reason. So, looking back into the practice, we have a lot of patients, for example, who never smile, not because they are not happy, but because they are not confident enough to show their smile. So this is something that definitely, with all the trends in regards to whiter and straighter teeth, will improve what they feel currently. And we were asking patients to tell us how they feel confident. How confident are you feeling with your smile? And we see that aligner treatment is boosting confidence in all countries. So at the beginning of an aligner treatment, we see that less people feel confident with their smile. And then at the end of the treatment, at the end of the aligner treatment, many more patients feel self-confident. And this is something that makes us happy, because we have treated more than 100,000 patients now. That makes us happy to really increase the confidence of each of the patients, and their confidence really rises throughout the journey. We see that with every aligner step, because with aligners you see progress very regularly. We see that also their confidence rises throughout the journey. And since we know the healthcare consumers now much better, we really want to adapt to today's healthcare consumers. And how we do it at Dr. Smile is we are medical, we are accessible, we have social proof, and we want to innovate. So on the medical side, for example, all patients are cared for by dentists. And we always employ a 4 eyes principle, so that we can really plan the best possible treatment outcomes. So there are a lot of dentists involved, looking at the plan, looking at the patients, and we have published a lot of studies recently to really prove our medical credibility. And in terms of accessibility, we offer affordable prices. We offer checkups via app, but also in person, also with video consultation. So a lot of options from where the patients can choose. So it's readily accessible independently of location and time. And we have a very large clinic network, so no long distances that the patients need to travel. In terms of social proof, we have more than 100,000 satisfied patients, and as we all know, is if we do something, we really want to know how did other patients do, how were the results. So of course we also do regular patient insight interviews, and we innovate. So we have state-of-the-art scanning, treatment planning. We have continuous data for a precise treatment, we can do quick amendments based on the data that we generate, and we have a lot of options with the data that we have to really innovate and offer a better product. The foundation of everything is the digitization. So I worked in the practice before for a very long time, and often in the practice you have single solutions. So you have single island solutions. Maybe you might have in the practice online appointment scheduling, or you might have an electronic health records, medical records, or you might have or scanning. But usually it is really hard to have this from end to end. But this is important because you don't want to lose the patients along the journey, you don't want to lose any information. So we are really relentlessly digitizing every single step of the dental workflow with state-of-the-art IT solutions. And maybe guiding you through the path of the patient a bit, but you see a bit in green where medical staff is involved. So even if we have state-of-the-art IT solutions and everything is very digitized, we make sure that the patient will be accompanied throughout the journey by dentists. So digital technologies can improve patient care, of course. We link dental and medical records, we improve diagnostics ongoing, we enable personalized treatment planning, but also personalized treatment follow-up, depending on the patient's needs. So starting with patients scheduling their appointment, we understand, for example, very good, where are the times where patients really want to book an appointment. So we want to cater to their needs. We open up slots where we feel the most of the patients really want to come to the clinic. In the clinic, all the dentists are supported by Dr. Smile IT solutions, but then everything lies in the hand of the dentist. So the dentist is performing a 3D scan, the oral examination, and X-ray if needed. All the medical and dental records will be stored in the Dr. Smile system so that we are able to monitor the patients closely, but also optimizing every step along the journey. Then 3D scan is sent to the lab, and the treatment plan is created, and all the treatment plans will be going through a 4 eyes principle seen by several dentists, and the treatment plan at the end will always be confirmed by a dentist. If it's not confirmed, so along the journey, of course, patients might not be eligible for the treatment, the dentist will decline these patients and then refer the patient, for example, for another treatment, for a pre-treatment, or to another orthodontic practice. Then afterwards comes the contract defining and sale, which we make very affordable and accessible for the patients. Then the aligner production, you heard before, maybe the aligner material, so there's also a lot of research going on there. And then we coordinate necessary dental procedures like IPR, attachments. We have regular checkups, as mentioned, on-site and remote, but on-site also, regular consultations, refinement if needed, and in the end, a really good retention protocol, which is really needed for the patients to get a lifelong stable results. And we did research on that also in the past about retention protocols, and we see that patients tend not to know about retention, so that's why they came to Dr. Smile with a relapse from a treatment that they had in the past. So at Dr. Smile, for example, we are also educating them what can happen if they are not doing proper retention. And what we see is that education documentation is not only for the patient a key, but is also a key lever to advance the Dr. Smile patient treatment for both patient and dentist, strengthen the confidence of the patients and dentists. So we, for example, have a standardized anamnesis protocols to make sure that no information is missed. So always the periodontal screening index is done. Then CMD assessment. We have the oral examination. We know exactly which tooth we can move. Is there any irregularities? Is there any medication that maybe interfere with the treatment? So a very standardized anamnesis protocol, which we then can also monitor to make sure that only the best possible treatment is going out to the patient. We have a Dr. Smile Academy for our dentists where they get a lot of information, and we also have university certified courses in collaboration with the DTMD University, for example, to really educate our dentists better and give them everything we know, our evidence-based innovations, getting them to know about research and development. And our focus is really on really high quality dental treatments for the patients, and there the foundation is always comprehensive training, education concepts. So with that, we can really do data-driven optimization. We can monitor, for example, the Dr. Smile Academy completion rates. We get feedback on the content. We have design training rooms. We design training rooms to support the clinics. So there's a lot of support that we are offering. Then on the patient side, we have a convenient progress monitoring and fully digital patient management via dedicated apps. So the app for the patients will depict all the treatment information and queries about the patient experience. So the dentist will have like us real-time insights to the patient. We have treatment questionnaires, treatment progress data, electronic reminders for IPR, for attachment appointments, and we help them to really remember their appointment booking and really book their appointment. And the app can facilitate, of course, the communication between dentist and patients. And we also see in the research that we are conducting, this is a study from last year, October. So when you were in the research session, you already heard of that. But we see that electronic reminders in the app, for example, can increase patient compliance by up to 60%. So supporting the patients with an app is very beneficial. And in-clinic visits are combined with telemedicine. It's personal, it's a professional. So it's not only offering telemedicine through the app, but also easy appointment booking throughout the treatment for IPR, for attachments, for attachment removal, for refinements, for checkups. So we see that having a dedicated treatment journey, understanding what the patient needs, we remind them for office visits when it's needed, we remind them for the liner wear schedule. This proves to be very successful for the treatment outcome. And patients have more than 4 clinical visits at DrSmile. There are a lot of clinical visits around, as you heard, initial scan, oral assessment, IPR, checkups. So there are a lot of appointments that the patient has to have on site, and all the appointments that the patients don't need to have on site can be done remotely. So this is a really good combination where we see with these personalized treatment steps along the treatment journey, we can much better cater to the needs when planning the aligner treatments. And there lies a power in data. So digital dentistry and data science can improve patient care. So we have a lot of intraoral 3 scans, of course, photos, diagnostic comments, anamnesis questionnaires, treatment progress data, insurance data, everything like that. We have a lot of scans where we can do 3D scan analysis, really compare how is the development of a DrSmile patient over time. And with that, this data set has really many powerful applications. You can track the patients much better, but also optimize your process much better. We have really granular processes, timestamps, really rich contextual data for every patient journey. And this allows us to optimize the treatments ongoing, and then also allow us to do medical studies to improve treatment care, but also to contribute to the scientific community, to share the knowledge, best practices like we do here that we have. And all areas at DrSmile are driven by the use of data and analytics. And at DrSmile, the data is used to improve treatments, not stored in any filing cabinets. So for example, in the practice, you might also have data, but it's not stored. It's somehow somewhere. But we make sure that we enable every department and every employee in the company to take data-driven decisions. And also in the medical department, we understand the patient journey from appointment, each clinic visit, from the treatment planning, patient compliance, refinement, retention. So this is something that we can use to learn from. We have hypotheses, we test them, we learn from them, and that's a cycle that we use to really be able to make informed decisions, to a really optimized treatment, and not only having everything based on intuition or personal experience, because also intuition and personal experience sometimes can be wrong. So data really supports our intuition. And with these improved insights into patient data during the ongoing treatment, we can ultimately increase the treatment quality. So we have a lot of insights. We know that males are significantly more compliant than females, and some patients are less compliant. Electronic reminders help the patients in improving patient compliance. So with that data set that we have, we can continuously improve the treatment to really offer the best possible experience. And with all the 3D scans that we have, we can analyze and use them for additional research. We of course aim for more precise results, and we can combine it with many more data sets in the future to really understand what is working well and what can be improved. So we can proactively, for example, offer comparison of planned and achieved results, and then we see, is there a deviation, and if so, why? And this shouldn't be done only by humans, because in the beginning I talked about the future of dentistry. We will have the power of artificial intelligence to get more insights into treatment outcome and predictability. So artificial intelligence, as you might know, is making its way into everything currently in the market, but also in dentistry. And thanks to our knowledge about machine learning models, we have new tools now to develop for dental care. We will develop, and this is something that we will also focus on at DrSmile, AI-driven systems that can deliver faster and more effective results. And with that, we expect that to change the way how we conduct aligner treatment even more in the upcoming years. So having such a big data set that really supports treatment planning, we really want to use this data to train models to ultimately predict the outcome of every single patient even before they do their treatment. So, patients as health consumers are changing the healthcare industry. So hopefully you are ready, and with the last few minutes you have a bit more insights on what you can do, what you can implement maybe, and what you can use to make you even more ready to cater to these health consumers. Thank you. So thanks for your time. I think this should be the last session of the day today. Thanks a lot for your participation, especially for your participation until the very final end of this evening. I will stay a couple more minutes if you have any questions in regards to today's presentations. Also there to discuss it with you if you want. And other than that, wish you a wonderful evening. Hope you enjoyed it very much, and hope that we will see each other next time in the next summit. Bye to those who want to leave. Other than that, I will stay a bit more, so if you want, you can ask a few questions. Thanks, everyone. Perfect. Then thanks, everyone, for joining. I think we see each other in the lobby. We return to the lobby. I'm sure Ricarda will have a final speech to thank you for your participation today. And hope to see you next time. Good evening and bye-bye.
I'm just seeing that specific best practices has just been finished. So we are currently only live in one remaining room. Thanks a lot for everyone who's just coming into the lobby, finishing it up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sounded good.
Staying with us for
Thanks a lot
Yeah,
for
thank
being
you.
here today.
No worries. No worries.